welcome back to the vlog. I'm just gonna probably do like a shorter little vlog for today. It's like 7 o'clock at night. I haven't filmed all day. Well, I've filmed today, many videos actually. I filmed like 3 different videos, parts of 3 different videos today, but I wanted to do a little bit of vlogging because it's gonna be kind of a fun little night. My mom and I do a lot of stuff together. My mom and I are constantly like going shopping or doing decorating or organizing. Like, we spend a lot of time together, but my dad and I don't spend a ton of time together. It's mostly because my mom and I both, well, she doesn't work at all. She's kind of retired, and I don't work a lot, so we have a lot of free time and we like a lot of the same stuff. And of course my dad's like usually working when we're doing stuff together, and you know, we just don't have as much in common. There's not a lot of stuff like I feel like father-daughters do together, so we're trying to change that. And also, now that they've moved, my dad like really wants to try a lot of new like food places around where they live, but because my mom has pretty serious dietary restrictions, she doesn't really like going out to eat that much because it just kind of bums her out because there's so little that she can eat, and it's just a little bit frustrating. So I was like, well, perfect, we should be spending more time together, and you want to go out and eat and I want to go out and eat, so I will go out and eat with you, you know, so he can go out and experience the things he wants to without like making my mom feel bad. So we can go try new places together and watch football and hang out and kind of have at least something like father-daughter that we do, since I spend so much time with my mom. So I'm making a short story very long. He and I are doing our first little father-daughter football watch tonight. So I have my little Eagles jersey on, and then I just have these like white American Eagle bike shorts. I'm actually wearing a lot of American Eagle. This is Tailgate by American Eagle. I have my hoodie, which is Area American Eagle as well. So we're gonna go get some snacks at, I think, like a wing place and watch the game. I don't even really know who's playing. It's not the Eagles, but I figured this was like the best I could do in terms of at least wearing some kind of football. I didn't want to wear Panthers stuff because obviously they're not playing, so this was the best I could do. But I wanted to talk about and tell you about a couple of things that are kind of exciting. One thing is really big and really exciting. The other thing is a little bit less so, but we went to this really delicious sushi place for dinner last night in Charlotte, and I wanted to share because it was really, really cool. It's called Rock and Roll's Sushi Express, and it's one of those places where the sushi like comes on the conveyor belt and like stops at your table, and it's all you can eat sushi. But it's not just sushi, it's like appetizers and hibachi and soups and desserts, and there's kids meals, and it's just like all you can eat everything. I mean, Ken wasn't like obsessed with it. I thought it was really, really good. There was a couple rolls that we were like really, really in love with, and the spicy mayo was delicious. I didn't vlog. I really had wished when we got there that I had my camera. I was really bummed that I didn't bring it. So yeah, I think in total we had like 20 something plates of stuff, like, and they're pretty small, but we had like 6 different appetizers, and we ordered some of them like 3 times. Like, I think we got 4 total orders of crab rangoons, and then we got 10 different sushi rolls. We got hibachi steak, we got fried rice, we got shrimp tempura, like the appetizer, we got dumplings. Yeah, we got an insane amount of food. It was so much food. We really like ate our body weight in sushi. It was delicious, but it was a really kind of cool thing to experience, and we've never been to like one of those like conveyor belt sushi places before. I know those are kind of popular some places, so that was a really, really cool experience, and it was delicious. And then I have another exciting thing to share. I am in a Marshalls commercial. I'm freaking out. I was literally freaking out. They had contacted us to ask us if we wanted to be in it and to like negotiate and sign the contract and all kinds of stuff, but that was all kind of like preliminary, and they were gonna like let us know if they like chose our video, and they did. It's crazy. So they sent me the file, so I'm gonna play that here for you guys.
Let me show y'all what I found at Marshalls.
Reminiscing on these good deals gets me so happy and excited. It has been on Hulu. It's actually funny. My sister sent me a screenshot that her friend sent her that said, "I just saw your sister in a Marshalls commercial on Hulu." And I'm like, and she didn't know that I was in it. Like, she was just watching it and saw it, and she's like, "I think that's Kaylin's sister," and then texted her, and like she didn't even know that I was in one. Like, we don't follow each other on social media or anything. She just noticed me in it. So I am in a commercial that's on Hulu, and I don't know where else. Like, I don't know if it's on Netflix, or I don't know if it's on YouTube commercials, or if it's on like regular TV. We don't really watch a lot of TV. So I don't know everywhere that it's airing, but I mean, within the first day of them putting that commercial out, someone already recognized me, which I thought that was like insane. So I had a crazy, that was yesterday, I had a crazy day, like between finding out and then actually seeing the commercial and noticing me and recognizing me. Like, it was just so insane. This is probably one of my top 3 like highlights of like my YouTube career so far. It's pretty insane, and it's so crazy to think about that like my face is just like all over the place. And it's Marshall's of all places. Like, Marshall's is my favorite place. Besides Barnes & Noble, I really like going to Barnes & Noble. But Marshall's is like my favorite place to be, to shop. Marshall's is my happy place. Like, I am obsessed with Marshall's. And the fact that like that's the first company that like contacted me for something like this, and that I'm featured in a commercial, that's literally like a dream come true. I still can't believe that it's a thing. So yeah, I am like over the moon that that's even a thing and that this opportunity presented itself. I think it's just the coolest thing ever, and I really wanted to like announce it and just basically tell you guys and share that, because it's kind of a really big deal for us, and I'm so excited about it. So yeah, anyway, I need to hit the road, so I'm gonna get going and I will bring you guys along. Oh my gosh, there's literally no light at all. I hate that it's getting so dark so early now. It's pitch black. Like, it's pitch black. I just made it to, I was gonna go to my parents' house and like say hey to my mom, and then we were gonna come here, but my dad checked my location. He's like, you're like right next to the restaurant, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, why don't you just park and I'll jump in the car and just meet you there. I'm super excited because this place has cheese fries and they have loaded tater tots, and I want loaded cheese fries and loaded tater tots, so I'm hoping I can maybe get them to like do a half of each in the same order. I don't know if they'll do that. But I took the Explorer, as maybe you can tell, which I don't drive this car very often just because Ken's car is obviously better on gas and it's just easier to just jump in that. So I typically do that, and navigating this car out of the garage is sometimes a little intimidating. But I just wanted to take it just kind of for fun because I don't get to drive very often. I don't really drive a ton. Like, I go days where I don't even drive anywhere. I don't like to park near other cars when I take this car, so I'm like parked behind the restaurant, like all by myself. So I told my dad though, so he can park over here. But I think we're gonna watch some of the game, munch down. Hopefully this is like the start of a new little tradition. Okay, so we're at the bar. It is East Coast Wings and Grill, and there's like one of those dare people like fundraising outside, and my dad just got up out of his seat to go give the guy money. I think that's so cute. Check out these loaded tots with my dad, watching the game, ready for your close-up. Wow, this looks so good, and we got all the sauces. There's the kamikaze sauce, by the way, Dad. Okay, and then we got bang bang shrimp, and we got, this was a good call, Dad, look at that.
They look awesome.
Bacon ranch. All right, we're going in. Yeah, that looks amazing. This can be the thumbnail. Alrighty guys, I just got home. My dad and I, like I said, we don't really spend a ton of time one-on-one, but I mean, even when I go over there when my mom's around, we chit chat a lot, and my dad is just so easy and just enjoyable to just like hang out with and chit chat with, and just such a natural like conversationalist, I feel like. And we were there for like 2 hours. I did not even realize that. Okay, so as you could probably just tell, my camera, my memory card got full, which, and I'm sorry, we're in my closet and the lighting's terrible in here. I didn't even feel like I had that much footage on my camera, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of wrap up the video. I had such a fun time just hanging out with my dad. It was really nice. We ended up just being there for like hours because we just got so caught up in conversation, and I wanted to leave like before 9 o'clock, and then before I knew it, it was 9:30, and I was like, wait, what? Like, we go to bed at 9:30. Ken's literally already in bed. But I just want to close off this video. I know it was kind of like a little bit of a random little like a vlog segment. Of course, the holidays are coming up and a lot of really exciting stuff. So, all right guys, so it's actually a couple days later from the last footage that you just saw, and I wasn't even planning on including this in that video, but yesterday got kind of crazy, and so I figured since that was kind of like a life update video and it was with my dad, I figured, and if that was probably not a lot of footage, that was probably pretty short anyway, I would just include this. Because yesterday, Saturday, my dad, my mom called me. I was out running errands and I was on my way home, and my mom called me, and I could just tell by her voice as soon as I answered the phone that something was wrong, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And she told me that my dad wasn't feeling well, and that they brought him to urgent care, and his heart wasn't getting enough oxygen, so they got an ambulance to take him to the emergency room, to like the hospital. But she couldn't go, obviously, you know, with COVID restrictions. And I don't know even if it has to do with COVID or not, but she couldn't go in the ambulance with him. So she had to drive herself to the hospital, which is actually, I think, almost 30 minutes away. So it was a little bit of a drive. But of course, it's good that he was in an ambulance so that, you know, he had all the care he needed. And I guess they were worried that he had or was having a heart attack. And his symptoms had actually started the night before. So on Friday night, he was having just some like chest pain and tightness, and I guess some like congestion, a little bit of a headache and whatnot. And he like looked up some symptoms, but you know, didn't really want to make a big deal out of it. But he was having a hard time sleeping and like didn't tell my mom or anything. But then on Saturday morning when like it didn't go away, finally like said something, and thank goodness he did, because you know, he's like 60 years old now, and you know, when you're a male particularly, and you know, getting to be a little bit older, heart stuff is not really something you want to mess around with. So, but I guess not to worry anyone, but I think it's all totally fine now. So I wanted to kind of include this in the update, kind of document just kind of what's going on. That's kind of what I use YouTube for, in addition to all the content that I enjoy making, is also kind of documenting just life happenings and updates and big things. So he went to the hospital, and as soon as my mom called and told us, I was on my way home. So we got home, Ken was in the shower, we got ready. It was like noon, so I was like, we're gonna grab you lunch. So we just stopped and grabbed some food for us and my mom. I met her, she was just waiting in her car in the parking deck at the hospital. Like, she couldn't go in or anything. So she was upset, and she was like crying, of course, and didn't want to be alone, of course. And then just sat in the car and ate, and she kind of gave us an update. And by then she was a little bit more calm, because they had called her and told her that they did like the catheter, is that what it's called? Where they put it up your arm and they put like dye through your veins or whatever. And there were no blockages anywhere, like in any of his veins, and anywhere around his heart. So that's really, really obviously amazing and really great. So I think now they're maybe saying he did not have a heart attack, because typically a heart attack is a result of like a blockage to the heart. So they're thinking, and he still has some test results that he hasn't gotten back yet as of this morning. He went in about less than 24 hours ago, but they did keep him overnight. So they're thinking maybe there's just like some inflammation or something that just maybe put some pressure on his like chest cavity, like heart cavity, and didn't allow as much oxygen to get to it. So he got, you know, an EKG and the CAT scan, and they're doing other tests, I'm sure. I don't know like the full scope of everything they're doing. Like I said, he's still there, but I just talked to him as of this morning, and he said he's feeling a lot better. Like, all his chest pain is finally gone. They were giving him pain medication, but he hasn't had it since yesterday afternoon, and now it's this morning. So he thinks like it's not just the medication, like the pain's actually gone, which is really good. He just has a little bit of a headache. He seems like to be perfectly healthy based on everything that he's gotten results for. He hasn't seen the doctor yet this morning, so that's why we don't know like fully the results of everything. But based on what he does know, he seems to be in perfect health. That's good news. Obviously he probably wasn't having a heart attack, or I don't know exactly like what technically it was. I don't know if he does either, but at least we know like he doesn't have any blockages, and everything seems to look good to not indicate that he has any like serious heart concerns. So now we're just kind of trying to figure out like, okay, well, if it wasn't a heart attack, that's great, but then also we would obviously still want to know what was it, what caused it. Is there something else maybe wrong? Is there something that he did? Is there something he can do to avoid it happening, so he's not just like, I don't know, worried about it just happening again out of nowhere? So anyway, he is still there in the hospital, but he's in really good spirits, and they're feeding him and taking really good care of him and all of that. So it seems like everything's totally fine. He has to wait a couple hours after he sees the doctor to get discharged, so we don't know when he's coming home. My siblings also, they live like 3 hours away. They jumped in the car as soon as they heard and came up yesterday, obviously a couple hours after he went in. So they're at my parents' house, so we're gonna head over there. It's like a super dreary rainy day. It's kind of like a cozy fall day, but we're gonna go head over there and hang out with them. Then I don't know when my dad's gonna get picked up. We might wait there till they get my dad. Today's like super up in the air. I'm really not sure how it's gonna go, but am excited to see my siblings, and of course see my dad once he gets out. And I was like, do you not want people there when you get home? Like, is it gonna be kind of a lot? But he was like, no, I do wanna see everybody. So we're gonna see him, which I'll be really happy to see him, because we couldn't see him while he was in the hospital. They only let one visitor per day. So my mom obviously went up there and saw him, and then she went home and we'll pick him up today. That's what's going on. Thank God. Literally prayed so much. I was like, my dad can't freaking die. Like, he just can't die. So I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed, and thank God everything came out to be totally fine. And it was just a little bit of a scare, and in a way maybe it's kind of good, because now he knows he's healthy. He knows he doesn't have blockages. He kind of like has a little bit more insight into his health, which is obviously never a bad thing. So thank God he's okay. It was definitely a bit of a scare, but I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, I know my dad's fine. Like, I mean, he could be a healthier human, and hopefully as a result of this he will be maybe a little bit more active, maybe eat a little bit less you know, junk food and stuff like that. I feel like we could probably all do that, but yeah, I think he needs to focus a little bit more on his heart health now that he's getting older. You know, he's a dude and all that, so maybe this is, if nothing else, this is maybe a little bit of a wake-up call to take a little bit more better care of himself. So yeah, that is the update, and that is actually going to be the end of this video now. I know this was like kind of all over the place and a little disjointed, but I feel like sometimes that's what these little random vlogs are. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much on here, and until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.